and silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you'll feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive. For the day we see new light, I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
Was that some good music or what? Hello again, this is Heero Uzuki with part 2 of my, let's call it the re-let's play of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, because I wasn't exactly impressed or enthused by my original work. So here we are again, still questioning the naming conventions for our mission.
Designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal.
Sounds good.
Payload oxygen supply is nominal.
I should hope so, I don't want to die up
Payload
here.
antifreeze system shows no problems.
Good to know.
No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here.
They saw us, didn't
Can't
they?
get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission.
What
So
a shame.
instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard.
I certainly don't feel
It's
honored.
our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad.
That's assuming I make it back.
So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and
Ecstatic.
tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
That was all her. She broke my arm, too.
Does that mean they're after you, too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Heaven forbid.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This fox is still one step ahead of the hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah,
Do
what
we?
kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban.
You're visiting a man in an ICU, and he's got a broken arm, and the thing you give him is a cigar. Gee,
This morning,
thanks.
I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger.
Bigger than our execution.
Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
An unexpected call. How expected?
President Johnson? Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB 754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion.
Shame to hear about that.
At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft.
They found us.
Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon.
Let's not say we did.
With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was.
Shame to hear about
If
that.
I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
After breaking my arm.
So you haven't heard that. The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
A mouthful, I know. Can't we just call him the man with the messed up face?
Faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the boss?
Yup.
The mother of your special forces?
Apparently.
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells.
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago.
I should check and see if that's a real thing.
Serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took
Yep.
them with her as gift
Apparently.
when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility,
Not exactly
was
top secret.
destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in violation of our airspace.
No comment?
And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
Kinda.
I don't know what else to tell you.
The army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident.
And whose fault
I
is
will need
that?
some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device.
Or at least try to.
Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Meaning?
Prove our innocence.
Yes, preferably something painful.
What's that supposed to
Prove to
mean?
me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little co-action?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week You have only 1 week, and if it is not too much to ask, do something about Vulcan as well.
I think you're asking
is
for a
that
little too
supposed to
much.
Nothing means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
Is that right?
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal.
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
Dark.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove America's innocence.
Very tall
Right.
order.
The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off.
Even though I've got a broken arm.
You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
Might as well go get those coffins ready then.
Are the Russians going to be helping us?
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
Moles.
There was a defection in September 1960. You remember it?
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva.
Such original names.
I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Vulcan's ranks. We've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
So, how exactly do you steer this thing?
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet.
Are we sure these guys are Russian? They speak really good English.
It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
No, seriously, how do you steer this thing? I get that it's one way, but I'd like to be able to steer it someplace safe. You know, where I won't crash and die. I'm not paying for that. Ow. 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 Way to stick the landing. I'll give you a 9 for that. Should I bump it up to a 10? Yep, still looks pretty inhospitable.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
Sort
I've
of.
blown pretty far off target.
Would have helped if
Snake,
someone told me
let's
how to
go over your
steer.
mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
You're asking for a lot.
Boss.
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Yum.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volky.
I'm not a
The guy with the
hired
ugly
killer.
mug.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand.
Not a modest
You
gentleman's
mean it wasn't
agreement.
just a request. What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
So we have
Roger
no
that,
demands.
Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
Yeah, it also sounded pretty boring.
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one.
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh, must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany.
Okay.
Prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel.
Lucky them.
The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
Was.
But I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels.
So you gave me
discovered
bad
by the
luck.
Nazis before it was finished.
Damn you, Major.
I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
Captain Scones.
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
No.
All
Okay.
right then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square 0.
Very
My
funny.
frequency is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is
Really?
this her last chance too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate.
At least she's not getting
Her
shot.
frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96. And there's one more person on your support team.
Neat.
His name is Mr. Sigint.
He's not gonna break my
He's
arm,
an
is
expert
he?
on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility.
So a tech nerd.
If you have any
Awesome.
questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Mister.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
Is he
The
now?
same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How will I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close.
So you
Password
think it's
is-
fine to send me there?
Who are the Patriots? And Lali Lulelo.
Lolly 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 ho ho ho.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
Yeah, that whacked out
Circumstances
idea.
are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government.
Neat.
It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent, to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission.
I know,
Snake,
I know.
if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
No pressure, right?
Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
He's not saying no pressure. I'm starting to get worried. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and empty out the 45. We're gonna lose it anyway, so might as well get some ammo clips out of it, or empty magazines. I might have an use for them. Keyword there, might. Not yet. Horse! The horse named Horse. Well, there's my ride. It's, definitely not going anywhere. Horse! Can I have the horse? Walking is such a chore.
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
Mommy?
Boss,
That arm still hurt?
Yeah, thanks for asking.
what are you doing here?
Wow, she got there fast. Joke's on you, the gun was already empty.
Go home.
Ow. Ow.
Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead. You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Boss!
Ow. Ow.
I'm not your boss anymore.
Well, I don't know what your real name is, so I don't know what else to call
There's
you.
nothing for you here. Go home.
I
Go back
can't.
to your boss.
I'll get shot if I go back now.
There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America.
Could you maybe not do that? Nice bonfire.
That should stir things up a bit. You'd better hurry.
There's a dead guy right there. A ghost.
The border is 60 miles south of here. You ought to be able to run that far.
That's actually a bit of a hint to get out of the caution phase that's coming up.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't.
You didn't.
I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What
Semantics.
about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings?
What's the difference?
You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later you'll have to choose.
But choosing is hard.
I don't expect you to forgive me.
You could at least say sorry.
But you can't defeat me either. You know me too well.
I don't know your name.
Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long.
Ow.
If we meet again, I'll kill you.
Don't you mean when? Again,
Now, go home.
I told you I can't go home. I'll get shot. Okay, this was a thing. This happened.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
You heard
the
me.
drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing here in the first place? There's got to be a leak somewhere.
Who talked?
Impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin, isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss destroyed it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this.
Stop it.
That's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat her.
That's
Easy for
not
you
the
to say.
problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Easy for you to say.
We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate the explosion. You've lost your weapon, right? That means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
I wouldn't say I have no chance, but It'll just take a bit more work. Oh, that reminds me, I wanted to, Nah, I'll worry about it later. Okay, so the 2 guards that are coming up are the only ones we have to worry about here, unless they phone it in. So, yeah, I want to go ahead and knock them out.
What's this?
There we go. That was crunchy. Did you hear that? Wait, what am I doing? Force of habit. I do need the grenades back out. Okay, same situation here, just 2 guards. And the one on the other side of the bridge will not be phoning in anything. Still don't want us to see me prematurely. Stun grenades truly are lifesavers. Be sure we can bump that up a little bit more. Just a little bit. No. Damn. Rush him. Rush him. There we go. If you'll excuse me. I don't know why I keep doing that. Alright, we're in the clear. Let me, go ahead and take off the black face paint. Don't want people thinking that I'm insensitive. I'm doing it for the sake of survival. Please don't judge me. At least, don't judge me too harshly. Let's go ahead and give the, Major a call.
You've arrived at the factory, I see.
Yup.
Yeah. Now to meet up with this Adam guy.
If that is his real
Go to
name.
it.
So where is he?
We weren't given an exact location.
How about a time?
Nothing was specified.
A physical description?
I'm not sure.
How
Nothing?
am I supposed to find him then?
You won't need to.
Huh?
He'll find you.
Really?
Why don't you try the room to the northeast where you met Sokolov? Adam might be in there.
Might, you say? Well, hold on, let me get my shit together. Well, at least now I have a weapon. Whether or not I actually use it remains to be seen. More smoke. Zombie face paint. I'll put it on and say that I like turtles. Yeah. In fact, let's do that now. I like turtles. Okay, that was bad. And the cardboard box. Cannot forget that. That is way too important. We don't leave that behind. If you know Metal Gear, you know just how powerful the cardboard box is. And I'll need these later. And no one here. Imagine that.
Adam is a spy sent by the KGB to infiltrate Volgin's ranks. You'll need to be extremely careful in how you approach him.
Why is he gonna break my arm?
He can't let Volgin know he's meeting me.
That's right. Adam won't show up if you're being pursued by the enemy.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not being
Before
pursued.
you go to rendezvous with Adam, make sure you haven't been seen by the enemy.
I wasn't.
Meet up with him in normal phase. Got it?
Before I forget, I want to go ahead and throw the smoke grenades on. Awesome. Better to have him and not need him than to need him and not have him, alright? Right. Ah, turn that off, that's bright.
Sorry I'm late.
Cut the engine. They'll hear us.
Are you the agent they sent?
Are you Adam? I thought you were supposed to be a man.
Adam couldn't make it.
All right, say the password. Who are the Patriots?
What's the
Who
password?
are the Patriots?
It's Captain Scones, isn't it?
Answer me.
Hi.
Trapped.
Get down!
Actually, the password was lolly looly lowly ho ho ho. But okay. Okay. We done?
There is your answer.
Again, the actual password was lolly looly lowly ho ho ho. But close enough. Is that really necessary?
The name's Eva.
Eyes up, buddy. Up. Up. He's not listening anymore.
This wasn't part of the plan. What happened to Adam?
What's your code name?
Santa Claus.
Snake.
Snake, huh? Well, I'm Eva. Are you here to tempt me?
Not really.
What happened to Adam?
Colonel Volgan is a very suspicious man. He decided Adam wasn't the right person for this mission.
And you were.
Yes,
Why?
because I can do things he can't.
Like what?
I heard you used to be a codebreaker for the NSA.
I was. 4 years ago, I defected to the Soviet Union with Adam.
Mauser military. The broom handle.
It packs quite a punch. Nice to have when you're on a bike.
You held it sideways and used the muzzle jump to create a horizontal sweep. That was impressive.
Bet you've never seen that technique in the West.
It's imitation, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
So a
Chinese
fake,
Type
but
17 pistol.
nothing says that a fake
Around.
can't rival the real
Even
thing.
That's hard to come by. Don't worry, though. The one I've got for you is American-made.
Is it?
.45, huh? Incredible.
Do you like it?
The feeding ramp is polished to a mirror
He's
shape.
nerding out.
The slide's been reinforced, and the interlock with the frame is tightened for added precision. The sight system is original too. The thumb safety is extended to make it easier on the finger. A long type trigger with non-slip grooves. A ring hammer. The base of the trigger guard's been filed down for a higher grip. And not only that, nearly every part of this gun has been expertly crafted and customized.
Nerd! We like to see it, though.
Where'd you get something like this?
I grabbed it from a Western munitions armory. It probably used to belong to one of your officers. And
Used
there are
to.
more where that came from.
Mine now.
You had this with you, didn't you?
Actually, I didn't.
Better take this too.
What's that?
A disguise to make you look like a scientist.
A disguise.
Do I look like a desk jockey?
Yes. You're here to rescue Sokolov, right?
Sokolov's still safe then?
Yes. He's being forced to continue his work on the Shagohod.
Where?
At the lab. They've got a whole army of scientists there developing new weapons. Security is tight, but if you disguise yourself as a scientist, you might be able to sneak in.
Keyword there, might.
Can we get Sokolov out of there?
We'll see, won't we?
Tell me how to get to the lab.
The safest way in is from the rear. First, you'll need to head north through the jungle. You'll come to a heliport used for shipping materials. Pass the heliport and continue north, and there will be a large crevice. Descend into that area, and you'll reach a cave. Move
Oh,
through
great.
the cave, and
Caves.
you'll arrive at a mangrove swamp. After the
Jungle,
swamp, there'll be a
cave,
warehouse.
swamp. Sounds inviting.
Make your way through the warehouse, and you'll come out just south of the lab.
Got it.
And just what are you doing there?
In close-range combat, a knife can sometimes be more useful than a gun. By doing this, I'll be able to hold a knife at the same time and still keep the gun steady. That way, I can instantly switch between a gun battle and a knife fight.
Cool shit, huh?
Right, let's get going.
Wait a minute.
What now?
You must be tired. Why don't you take a little rest?
I'll be fine.
Except for the part where I'm nursing a broken arm.
You'll never make it in your condition. It's a jungle out there. We're
Literally.
still an hour before dawn. It's dangerous to be out in the jungle at night without a guide.
What about you?
I have to get back. I can't be gone for too long. They'll start to suspect something. Don't worry. I'll keep you updated over the radio.
That's it?
My orders are to provide you with information.
And
Nothing
guns.
more. You look disappointed. All right, then. I'll do something special for you.
Such as...
I'll stand watch until dawn. Now be a good boy and lie down.
Gee, thanks.
What's the matter?
I don't know you well enough to trust you.
How well do you have to know me to trust me?
I don't know if I can trust anybody.
Mommy beat me up and broke my arm, then left. He's nursing a broken heart right now.
Gonna get that?
Yeah, it's just the chattering nanny.
She's right, Snake. You should get some sleep. Although in your condition, you really ought to be back in the ICU. Whenever you save the game and quit, you'll go to sleep.
You're
Sleeping
still treating
allows
this
you to
like a
gain back
game.
stamina naturally. Depending on how long you sleep, you may also recover naturally from sickness and injury. When you're tired or hurt, the best thing to do is just get some sleep. So do yourself a favor and take a nap. Doctor's orders, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Fine. And let's go ahead and stop here while the stopping's good. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, then consider hitting the like button, the subscribe button, leaving a comment, and hitting that bell to stay updated with more videos from me. With that, this is Heero Uzuki, signing off. The man is nursing a broken arm and a broken heart. Why can't you people understand that?